Alright, bombs away! The SU-25s been doing such a good job so far. And that is a juicy hit. Hello guys, and welcome to episode 11 of my Closing the Trap campaign in WARNO, playing on the PACT side. Previously, it was an absolute turkey shoot of French helicopters once again, and today I think it's going to be even more of the same as we clear up these helicopter units as well as the airmobile. I'm going to be focusing on taking these down first. So I am going to move in with the Visitcari here. So this is my own airborne. They have a bunch of igloos with them. We're just going to basically run these guys down with igloos. That is the plan. It sounds simple. It could go wrong, but hopefully not. Like if I start losing igloos in transports, then there's problems. But otherwise, a lot of the gazelles can't even target infantry, so we should be alright. Let's just make sure that we get these ready to go. We're just going to want one on every road so that we can catch out any helicopter in any location. I don't think we have to worry about anything on the ground. As far as I'm aware, it would just be like the leaders. Let's not get too far up here because they do have helicopters, of course. They will be a lot faster than us. So we'll just move up to the nearest cover and then unload those. I do have Mi-17s in with igloos within them. I could just like throw some Visitcari in here as well. We do of course need to cap the points, so we'll do that. We'll use an infantry leader, of course, because a lot safer, especially with what we're dealing with. Okay, I do actually have 3 more here. I'm trying to think where I need to like double up. I'll maybe double up on the left. And we'll probably need some recon with these as well, now I think about it, so they can see them from far enough away. And we'll need supply. That's the other thing not to forget. Supply will be important. So this is going to be a little bit sketchy. I might wait until we start to do that. Yeah, we'll wait until we start and then I can kind of figure out where they're going to go. So I think like that is fine for now. Good stuff. Make sure these are just moving forwards and unloading. Alright, we're off. We can already see some helicopters. The main thing will be just like running straight towards the spawn, honestly. There's a bunch of gazelles there, but that's okay. We'll just unload these. Right, so we just basically get everything, and we attack move towards their spawns. Let's get the Mi-17s out of there as well. They're trying to shoot the gas trucks. Okay, good. Yeah, so all of these can just go for that spawn. All of these can go for that spawn. And these can just clean up the left side. Yeah, we'll keep the trucks back a bit because that's basically the only thing that they can target. So we don't want to give them targets if I can help it. We'll just kind of speed it up now and that should be job done.
Co potrebujete, pani? Rozumiem. Idziemy tam. Jsme vyzbrojení až po uši, skapane. Jdeme na to. Dobrá práce, kluci. Já, můj samopal a cigarety jsou připravené.
We're not firing at that because it's landed. It's the same with this one here. They're contesting the sectors at the moment, but my infantry will catch up to them and kill them on the ground, or they'll take off and we'll shoot them when they take off. One of the two.
Idziemy tam. Nažer se olova, parkante. Máme jich! Ano, kapitán. Připravte se na boj, pánové. Jste si jistý volný plyn. Pohybujte se, ale sledujte boky. Máme jich! Doktor! Na první hodině nepřát. Pojďme, chlapci. Přestaňte střílet, ten už je mrtvý. Ani nevíte,
Oh, his out cannon. That's not good. That's actually going to kill a couple of his Akadi probably. My leader died as well. Oops. That was the only one I needed to really watch how far. Bit of a waste losing some Akadi for no reason there. But job done. I thought it would be over before I'd have to deal with that, but a little bit complacent. Just loads of helicopters destroyed. Okay, so they are disorganized. Are you kidding me? Can't get rid of them, can you? Okay, well, I'll tell you what, we'll use this one with 12 action points just to finish that off. That'll be an order resolve. And then we'll be looking at engaging the next unit here. So probably this one. And this is an engagement where I probably want to bring in some form of aircraft. So just because these are a bit harder for me to kill. So we will bring in the MiG-23s for this. So we get HE bombers, we have the AAA versions. Gee, now I think about it, let me just have a look at the other options here. No, none of these are really that good for it. That's our best bet. Okay, let's bring those in, bring that in, and it should be good. Let's tactical battle, and off we go. So first things first, buy all of the AA because they're going to have loads of it. Or loads of helicopters at least. Kind of tempted to bring in the aircraft, but don't know if they'll get a chance to bomb them. I definitely want to bring up the Yashtoka. We can get that to work. And we'll want to do some recon, of course. I do actually have a Strela 10M. That's nice. That can probably just come up here onto the hill, and we'll make sure that we have a Malyutka that can shoot on low ground. We do want to probably put some troops into the town here, so we'll run at them with some Strelci. Good, and of course bring up some AA for those. Brilliant. Probably want to do the same on this side, just like Strelci. The OT-64s are kind of nice because they're going to be able to hit the helicopters with KPBTs if they come too close. So that's another kind of form of AA that I can rely on. Well, maybe not rely on, but certainly will be helpful. We'll do the rest of these just to help defend in case the Yashtoka gets killed. We need contingency. We also need leaders. Now I mention it. Yeah, we don't have a leader at all. We'll bring in one here, and then maybe you can drive it to the middle. That'll do. Okay, MiGs out and about. Go look at those spawns. Find me some juicy kills. I'm spreading them out at the start just so they don't waste shots on the same helicopters. That is a lot of helicopters. Yeah, so they don't waste shots on the same helicopters, basically. Oh, they do actually have an AA helicopter. Okay, I've got to kill that.
Sokol
That
připraven.
is a priority. Yeah, a lot of those are actually gonna land in time.
Počúvam, veliteľ. Kurva, už mi tu svítí varovné kontrolky. Tu Sokol, počúvam,
That's
veliteľ.
unfortunate.
Tu Sokol, došla mi munícia.
Okay, Sturker's going to work. Take out that one before it lands. Let's just unload these.
Druhá četa pripravená, pane.
Oh, I actually landed a... pretty interesting. They landed a Milan truck. Okay. Oh no! Speaking of landing Milan trucks as well, crikey. Kidding me. It's like my best AA piece and I just threw it away. I'm so sad. Okay, well, it happens. Let's just go and run it down with the OT-64s, I guess.
Máte rozkazy, pane? Nemůžeme jet rychleji.
I did not expect them to be dropping those, that's crazy.
Zbraně jsou připravené. Na první hodině nepřátelský voják Vilko. Zkouška spojení. Hotel 6. Přepínám.
Yeah, so I need a leader for the left side. But I gotta try and get my infantry up here.
Potřebujete svést? Jedu tam. O jednoho imperialistu.
Okay,
Angere,
good.
Kremy. Čata je
Yeah, I really didn't appreciate that those were airlifted.
Vodič, pridajte. Áno, pane. O jednoho imperialistu míň. Tady tasmanský čert. Připravený, pane. Pomalu už, abychom to měli za sebou. Hubitel tanků připraven.
Alright, let's get those bigs out again.
Čekám na instrukce.
I guess there's targets for bombs now, at least, on the ground, so something. Try and engage the ones that are still occupied by soldiers.
Letím odtiaľto do piče.
Oh, that's another Celtic. Oh, come on.
Svietia varovné kontrolky.
Alright, we'll try and kill it with this one.
Vypadá to, že jsem zabil pilota. Nevidím pana.
And that's probably just going to be a Mestral in there.
Ani nevíte, jak moc mi chybí moja děvčica, pane.
It's an interesting fight.
Jdeme si pro pozor. Máme tu kontakt.
We should win this pretty easily, to be honest, but yeah, it's proving more difficult. And losing one of those MiG-23s is a bit of a pain, but we won't need them a lot for the campaign, so I'm not too concerned about it. This is the part that we actually need them for, so this is absolutely fine.
Připraven k boji. Připraven k přepravě. O jednoho imperialistu míň. Now deutlich. GMT-Anflug rein. Oh, zasťahli ma!
And hit those Anvil there.
Cieľ zničený.
Hopefully there's not another Mistral in the middle of the map.
Erschossen. Hier. Für Havarini. Zkouška spojení. Hotel 6. Přepínám. Pohybujte se, ale sledujte boky. Připraven k přepravě.
I'll see if we can push a little bit further forwards in the town. We have room for more bombs here. I do need to make sure I kill that unit though. The Mistral there, that would be a good kill. Also consider bringing in some supply for these, because they're probably going to run out soon.
Nepřítel spatřen, buďte připraveni. Máme jich! Pojedeme rychle. Vedem lovka.
Really? It's like 2 Tarask and my poor infantry getting absolutely wrecked. Oh, it's a Palmanar. Okay. I'll hit that with a bombing strike, why not? We'll hit this unit with a bombing strike as well. That's actually moving away. Okay. Quite a lot of air hanging about. They dropped off more ATGMs there. Let's let these move forwards now. I'll get these to the church. This proved to be a lot more difficult than I anticipated. It's like very finicky, and I did not expect the unit that they dropped there like to be like the ATGM so much. That's kind of been a problem throughout this entire battle. I'm gonna fall these back and we'll top them up. Okay, good kill. Is there even that? Slow that up there again. I think they maybe drive this way. Really. Well, that does the trick. Taking down the Celtic. I didn't realise they had those either, so we did lose our MiG, which is unfortunate. The rest is OT-64, so that doesn't matter too much. You're losing the Strahls had I'm hurt. That was just like slowly watching the HGM like fly into that. It's just so rough. Okay, that's disorganized. I would like to finish them off completely because that would be a big kill. If I can hit them while they're disorganized, that would be like massive because there's so many units in here. You see, like they're still almost full strength in a lot of these companies, so taking out the entire battalion would be huge. Alright, well, on to the next fights. I think the next one's probably going to be around here. This is going to be a pretty big fight, I think, because they've got the Afghada battalion with the Leopard 1A5s available, and also some Panzergrands backing them up. So if I were to attack this recon unit, whilst the recon unit itself doesn't have any AMX-10s, it will be backed up quite nicely. I could also try and do it in 2 separate attacks where I hit the 3rd Hussars, which have also lost all of their AMX-10s, and then we deal with the tanks separately. And then we can do, like, instead of dealing with both the Panzergrands and the Leopard 1A5s at the same time, we can kind of separate them. A big battle would be fun, but is it practical? Especially considering I'm looking at my boys, the fatigue is starting to set in. That would, like, what that means is it would be more beneficial to have one big battle rather than multiple small battles, because it would be more fatigue efficient. But alas, this unit is not going to be fighting again, so I might as well move it out of the way. That way I can use this unit, although it may be a case of I do it regardless. How are these looking? I'd rather use the 2nd Battalion. Give me those up, like so. Bring that in there with 8 action points. Now we do something like this. So we had plenty of BMPs to fight the Martyrs. We would bring in artillery for this engagement. It's 100% the one to do it for. And then on top of that, I don't think they have much in the way of AA. Yeah, like the Gepards are dead. They do have a bunch of Fliegerfaust. I think we bring in some pretty heavy hitters. Maybe the SU-25s is the one to go for in this one. Going to be a tough attack, but I think we can make it work. Let's go. Okay, so this should be pretty fun. Let's get down. I think the biggest threat in this battle is going to be the 1A5s, so I've got to work around that. That's the thinking here. The T-55s can engage them, but they will be having to do so at max range, and the Leopard 1A5s also have max range, as in 2,275 meters, so it's not really a reliable source of damage. I think the best way is probably BMP spam. Just hit them with as many Malukas as possible, and then have my artillery blasting away the whole time with artillery overhead or aircraft overhead. Yeah, so let's go BMP and just BMP spam this side. They can put BMPs in here if they start pushing down that road, so I might pop a few on that side that can just unload there, and then the infantry can carry on. That one's unloading in there. The rest of these are just gonna hang around in here. Okay. Then on this side, I'm gonna have to push all the way up to Boris, which is gonna be a bit awkward, but BMPs, let's go. And we'll need BMPs to cover the middle. I'll probably just unload all of these into here, and then we can spread them out afterwards, and we can just move the infantry around and try and get into this tree line. I'll have a couple move down the tree line there. I'm going to have a couple of HE versions ready to go, because they will destroy tanks. And then I'm thinking like 3 units of artillery. So we can make a little arty unit there. So we'll bring in a leader for these, but for now we'll just put them on fire at will. Don't think we have to worry too much about counter battery, which is nice. So let's make sure that these all have unload commands so that they unload their Monostraki when they get in position. We can have the Su-25s hanging out, because no doubt we'll bump into something shortly. I didn't actually use any recon here. I could probably use some recon like in this building here, maybe have one in the middle here as well. We can bring those out in a moment. I'm really not sure what kind of units they're going to use, because they have the option of using Panzergrenadier Battalion with the Martyrs, or just like spamming tanks, and I don't know which they're going to do. As soon as I know, I can kind of react accordingly, but for now, it's a bit awkward. Feels like tanks with how slow they're being.
Pohybujte sa, ale sledujte boky. Dobre, dámy, čas ide. Čuráci umířit.
Alright, those are getting hit. Not by an ATGM. Oh. Like a bombing target, maybe? Seems like more BMPs. I wasn't sure if it was in the building or not, where it was firing, but that should still get the kill, so I'm fine with that. It looks like actually Panzergrenz was the play. It's good for us because Panzergrenz are really not very good into monostrike. That's a good bombing strike if I can make it. Shame they moved. Okay, so there is some Leopard 1A5s there. But we have managed to get a really good position on this side, so I'm happy about that. We'll start shifting all of these BMPs to the middle. I think that'll be a lot more useful. No contest on the left side. Move the recon into the tower. Quite a lot of Ligavals in there, crikey. Okay, we'll let them go back. Just make sure that these consolidate. Got some mortars. We could set up some for counter battery. Those Milans are not good fun. If they're going to be spamming Fliegerfaust, I actually need to kind of not bring in anything for the time being, any aircraft that is. I'd love to use them to kill these Milans, but it's kind of too risky with the amount that they had.
Zadejte nám súradnice, súdru. Máte rozkazy, kapitán. Tady hrověte. Máme visuální kontakt.
Trying to get some supply in here, and then we can just keep mounting up the amount of let's see, we have, although I don't actually have many left.
Buďte v trhu, pány. Střílejte a manévrujte. Jsem jedno velké.
All of that moves up.
Pane, ano, pane. Kurva, ale na to tak. Trocha slivovice vám neuškodila, co
I don't mind sacrificing BMPs here. I could actually bring up some T-55s though. Keep moving to the left there with the Monostrozzi. It's good, it's really good kills. That sucks. Let's just get these to kill that. I'm really glad that all of those managed to get in there. I was a bit worried they might get sniped on the way. This means I can top them up with men, and then we can continue pressing. I think through here and up here we can get to this road, and that's where a lot of the reinforcements will be.
Čerstvá dodávka chlastu a munice je na cestě.
Je mi potěšením, pane. Střílejte a manevrujte. Tady hrovně. Máme vizuální kontakt s
Keep pushing around that left side. Could have the aircraft ready for a nice bombing strike. I feel like eventually we're going to see like a lot of units there. But let's just bring up the SU-25s. Keep them back. It's going to be a nice bombing strike. That one got hit by A, so they can leave. Okay. Good strike, good strike. Lots of lovely damage done there. Tempted to bring in even more. Let's just move over to the left side of that tree line. Oh, the artillery coming in there is perfect. Good. Yeah, 2 more of those Su-25s with bombs. They're pretty useful, to be honest. We can also start bringing up even more artillery. Let's get another leader in there. And I want to provide supply. Okay, let's continue with another little push here. What was that? Big blob of units. Those T-55s don't have smoke.
Uważajcie, chłopcy, nie jest czas na czaj. Macie rozkazy, kapitan. Pozor! Mamy go państwa! Tylko tak nie będziemy mieli! Ojci, od nas pateczku!
Okay, well we're on the backside here, which is good. We can now run across.
Chodźmy, chłopcy! Potrzebujemy amunicji!
Bring up a T813 there. I'm also going to bring up like a bunch of risk units here.
Dobre, damy
Maybe.
czas jej iść. O, zastiahli ma!
Yeah, maybe one there would be useful. I'm limited on what I have left.
Budźcie opatrni. Jakie są wasze rozkazy, sołdu? Ano, všichni ven, hned. Za chvilku tam budu. Tady zastavme. Máme ich! Strážba připraven. Pojďme a dávejte si pozor na ty skurvence. Slyším jasně a zřetelně. Chcete tam něco vidět?
Let me get my recon to that tower. Be useful.
Naváž rozkaz.
And then I can kind of move up the T-55s into that tree line there.
Máte rozkazy, pane?
Try and go for it now that the leopard just fired. Beyond reload.
Dobrá práce, střelče.
Good kill. Alright, move up the BMP. It's a little bit of a problem because the tree line gets very skinny here, so I'm not going to be able to move up without them seeing me.
Máte rozkazy, kapitán.
If I put a leader in here, I wonder if they'll react to it. But at the moment, the AI's been pretty passive.
Máte rozkazy, kapitán.
Most of those have used up their ammo.
Střílejte na ty
I can certainly kill that.
Angere, zemi! Máme ji! Data je formovaná a připravená.
Oh, that looks like a good bombing strike right there.
Už poslouchám, pane. Měním pozici. Máme rozkazy. Čekám na rozkaz. Kurva, málem nás dostal! Buďte v trhu, pány. Šup ven, pánové. Jak si přejete? Na první hodině nepřátelský voják 500 metrů. Jaké jsou vaše rozkazy? Jsou na imperialisty. Cíl zničen. Tak, připraven. Kurva, dajme na zastav.
Alright, bombs away! Oh, the SU-25s been doing such a good job so far. And that is a juicy hit. Maybe my T-55s are all dying. That leopard hit that on the move. Absolute chad.
Čakám na vaše súradnice. Trapený. Trochu slovec bývá nezaškýl súd.
So it seems like they're moving on this back road now.
Co potřebujete, pane? Budeme rychlí, jak je na první hodině.
Getting on top of that's going to be a bit of a pain.
Letím preč, prebínám. Šabát vašim službám.
Maybe I just double down on tanks. Just bring in as many as I can. So that if one misses, the rest might hit, and then it's a lot more efficient that way. I'll have the Modostrati ready on the left side here. Be fine. Oh, interesting. It's a Mephisto. I'm gonna bomb the crossroad. We should hit something. Any units moving through there. There's a lot of AA. It may actually be a better job for artillery. Just do this. I'll keep pummeling that. Just want to clean this out, and then we can move up tanks, and we can just start hitting this road. Really nice. Nice direct hit there onto the Milan. That's good damage. How are we looking for supply? All these BMPs can just start moving up to the edge here. I love that kind of chose its own target there. Decent bombing strike though. Right, the tanks are finally getting into position. We got 3 more on the way. I'm gonna get a leader to come up and move into the sector, and we'll see if that helps at all. I have that one there. Let's just move that up. The MP. I'm really hoping the grenade launcher here can save the Kruskomnitz. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think these are pretty accurate on the move, right? Yeah. We're just gonna drive up here. Full beans it right into the enemy. I can like retreat any that get damaged, I suppose. I will want to stop because I don't want to get too close to the panzer grounds. We're doing good damage here. We're starting to catch out a lot of these units on the backside. We are losing a lot of the MPs, which might cause us to be a major victory, not a total victory, but it's okay. What is that blob? Oh, this artillery. Can fire on that. Ready. Make sure that we're not getting killed off too much here. We do bombing strike there. Bombing strike there. Bombing strike, I want to go there. Ooh. was a lot of damage on the SU-25. Yeah, you're not going in there. What's this one doing? And I swim past me. I didn't move back these Manistrati, so that kind of sucked. Anyway, we're going to be able to kill the Milan there before it kills my T-55s, so that's good. But yeah, these Manistrati on the left, they should have been protecting that passage. That's my bad. Okay, yeah, that was wild. Everything happened all at once. It was good fun though. Let's go ahead and get another OT-64 up here because the other one died. It was providing all the information that I had. Got exceptional optics. Speaking of optics, could use some optics over here. Alright, only 19 more to go. We've done a pretty spot on job now. Any more tanks? More T-55s we can bring. I don't know about this Milan. But I could just bring up all these bombers and just let the first one go in, get shot at, and then hit the AA. We're losing a couple of units now, it's not good. Well, that's pretty impressive. You can afford to kill that. We'll send the cluster for the Leopard, and then we'll bomb the rest. Okay. More points for the kills to go. The poor Proskonitzi are getting absolutely smashed.
Máte rozkazy, pane? Máme rozkazy, chlapi. Tož, chlapi, neseďte tu na legátkách a pojďme. Druhá četa připravená, paně. Nepřetěz zlikvidovaný. Rozumím. Máme rozkazy, chlapi.
Just gotta protect that flank. Let's just move up the OT. Maybe I can get it in here.
Máte rozkazy, kapitán. Na nohy, vojáci. Vstávajte, chlapci, nie je čas. Pozor na Němcov. Som je na velký úkol.
Another Legion going through there. Oh, nice looks kill. That's good. There it is. Juicy. Nice last kill there onto the tank. 181 kills, 44 losses. Maybe a little bit too overzealous. We lost a lot of BMPs. I mean, that's okay. The T-55s, we lost, what, 5 of them? I guess it's not as bad as I thought. I generally, it seems to be the case, honestly, when I say this. Like, oh, maybe it's not that bad. Anyway, that was a pretty solid battle, because this unit lost most of its tanks, and the Panzergrenadier Battalion is in absolute tatters. So, yeah, really good stuff, and we've pushed them back enough that they can't reinforce here again. So that's really good progress. We still have, obviously, way more attacks to do as we continue to just destroy everything here. It's going to be really good fun as we continue to put together more attacks. But that's all from me for now. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.